Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we can create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline set in our very own Velinara campaign setting. It is a thrilling, or I guess it is thrilling, but it is a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our our awesome players, it is time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It is a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes, as they are finishing up with a day of rest after some developments before they embark on furthering their journey. We'll begin with an introduction for Bracken.
Yeah, hey everyone, it's Bracken. I go by Thresh. Bracken's a Kender monk fighter, who's all about solving his problems by beating them up. He's not very good at talking. He never has been. He's gotten better at cooking, so there's that. That's always going for him. And he likes to party.
Hell yeah. Next up for our introductions, let's learn about Avi.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Avi. She's a half-elf bard sorcerer who cares deeply about her friends, is constantly quietly singing or humming, and she's just a little spooky.
We love a little spooky.
We sure do.
Next up for our introductions, let's learn about Cecil.
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He is a forest gnome, cavalier, and a moon cleric now. He's just come to some realizations recently of some steps that he needs to take to get closer to his family, even if he's not physically closer. And he's getting over some tummy problems.
Amazing. And then, last but not least, we've got a new face to introduce here.
Why, yes, a very, very new face indeed. First of all, my name is Bo, and I am bringing a new character to the table. His name is Kelmaya, esteemed anthropologist, and he's, very excited to be here.
Heck yeah. Well then, with no further ado, I believe that it is time for us to dive into our session. So, you are in Vale d'Umbra, and things have happened. You have traveled to the domain of Morvestrial Degranemsis. You have freed the angel Decivara, and you battled with Cariante. Now, with more information revealed on the table, you've had some time to rest. Though your group has not stayed entirely together. Ozira left to discover his own way in the wake of what happened in Decranensis. And with some time to process everything that's happened, perhaps you are now ready to reach out to the Order of Fate's design, to Decivora and those that have promised aid and planning in your next steps. But as we are arriving at the start of your day here in the realm of Velda Umbra, in the city of Gloomnor, what do you wish to do? Do you wish to have any sort of particular conversations over breakfast? Do you seek out anyone? Or do you head straight towards the sanctuary to start the next portion of your endeavors?
Well, as breakfast goes, Bracken's gonna go for his usual run of starting for breakfast, making sure everybody's set up and ready for a big day with a big meal.
Yeah, totally.
Cecil's only eating plain toast.
Abby's only eating fruit.
Bracken will sit there in front of his big pile of bacon and eggs and all sorts of accoutrement grits. Make grits. He will snack off of that, I suppose.
Yeah, easily done.
Stop it.
No French toast today, Bracken.
Well, nobody asked for anything, but I can help. I can make some for you.
Oh, no, that's fine. I got this.
Okay.
As breakfast goes on, of course, you've got the other people in the house coming and going from the table. Some stick around and have a heavier meal. Others are very much just grabbing something quick and heading off to whatever it is they do. And of course, there are some people you just don't see eat, such like Rolethalos, who is, dead, undead.
Is everybody ready to meet up with Desivara?
I think that next step makes sense.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Should we send a note ahead of us, or should we just show up? Like, they are expecting us.
Yeah.
You think they're watching us now? Or at least to see when we're coming?
Ah, who's to say?
I mean, I guess the official thing would be to send a note. We can always, Do you want to be fancy about it? We can sit down and pencil something out.
Oh, I'm sure we can, but I also don't know if I trust a courier. This is getting kind of sensitive now.
Yeah. I mean, it's more just to say we're showing up, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I say we just show up.
All right.
Sounds good.
You head out to the sanctuary. Joining you, you have Ansel, who has been sort of very closely tied to your efforts all the way since Bonrick. You are also joined by Nun, who is scholarly in her own way, but also perhaps a little concerned with the safety, seeing how your efforts at Dagran and Nemesis, while successful, had been infiltrated. As you're following the directions that you were given by Desivara and I only remember his nickname Lore. Desivara and Lore.
Laura Thondrel.
Yeah, that guy.
Got you.
Oh, so one.
You find yourself in the Heart Quadrant, which is the center of the city of Gloom Noir, where some of the most important things and important people are kept. However, what you find yourself approaching is a sanctuary unlike any that you've seen quite so far. You don't see a headquarters building, a house. Instead, you see a mausoleum. A shrine that is held to Jazirian not far from it as well. As you
Is
all,
that it?
that's all that you see immediately. But as you stand there, there is a very sort of soothing fragrance, something that reminds you of incense and blooming flowers.
What's that smell?
Like a perfume, maybe. This has gotta be the right place.
No.
As you are looking around, give me perception checks here real quick.
Okay.
Avi,
Mm-hmm.
you would notice something. Not too far from this is movement, and it's not a heavy bit of movement. It's very sort of simple, but you think you see very similar to a figure you had met beneath Gloom War in the Shadow Grim, but you think you see what looks to be some undead cypress sprig.
Oh, right there. You see that?
It's one of those one guys.
Yeah.
Oh, them who's it's?
Cypress sprig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I get out the you-know-whats?
Oh, they'll love it.
I don't know what we're saying anymore.
The bongos.
Oh, you're right. They do like those. I mean, the ones that were alive.
Well, I mean,
What?
alive or dead, you probably still like something, right?
Why don't we just say hi first?
Cecil gets his bongos out and he's just ready.
All right.
Cecil needs to learn Morse code so he can play that on the bongos.
I'm gonna head towards the figure.
Yeah, it's not terribly far, just like a few steps away. And you notice that there's actually two Cypress Rig here. And they're kind of both sort of watching you, your group, and as you get closer, they stand up a little straighter.
Hi there.
No, I'm Tumble. That's Luke.
And I'm Avi.
Cecil kind of lean out from behind. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Cecil."
Bracken.
Cecil would like to play bongos for you, if that's all right.
Oh, we can't.
What?
No,
Why?
that's
No, you guys
distracting.
don't need to play him.
No. You can't distract us from our job.
What is your job?
Protect this place.
Protect. And what's this place?
It's top secret and we can't tell you.
Well, then how do we
Darn
know what
it.
we're not supposed to?
All we can tell you is that we're on duty here.
Right.
We're protecting this place
Right.
and we can't be distracted.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you don't tell us what you're protecting, what do we know not to distract you from?
That's a good point.
So, and this is the other one that speaks up, kind of moving around to like lean over Bracken from behind. We know what we're protecting.
Right.
But because you are strangers, we can't tell you the top secret stuff because only the people that are above us know the top secret stuff.
Well, how do
Right.
we know we're not above you?
Because we know that you're not above us.
Do
Well,
you?
here's the thing. We were given directions to an address that is here. So
Anyone can give you directions. That doesn't mean anything.
okay, so you're not allowed to tell us what this place is. Can you tell us who
Well,
asked you to
not.
protect it?
That's also top secret.
Was it Decivara?
As they look back and forth between each other, our viewpoint shifts for a moment. Oberon, you are more than familiar with the sanctuary. It's not a place that exists on any one realm, but within another realm entirely, with entrances to multiple different cities, and different planes of existence, things that make your efforts, not yours in the solitary, but overall your organization's efforts, very easy to manage. Currently, you've been sent to go retrieve some people from the Gloomnoir entrance. You are aware of the guards outside, loot and tumble, being not perhaps the most easy to deal with. They are suspicious of most everyone, even with proof. You've had to interact with them before, but you do have with you a official writ signed by your higher-ups to allow perhaps an easier passage, hopefully. You don't know entirely that it'll help, but it is something. When you enter out, you find yourself in the gloomy cemetery of the Heart Gordon district of Gloomnoir. One of many. And you can hear what sounds to be a conversation happening off to the side. And as you take the few steps, you do in fact see Luke and Tumble, the two undead Cypress Sprig guards, and a group of 5 other figures. They seem to be having a conversation of higher-ups and top secrets and what can and cannot be shared.
Sir, I'm going to approach. Lord Tumble, please. Sorry about them. They're a little, let's just say, overprotective. My name is Oberon Kelmeyer. Welcome.
What? Hey, you can't just take these people. We don't know them.
I told you my name.
Yeah, no, you know us.
We just met. We can't tell you that you're good to go into top secret areas.
I will flash the letter, and I will even read it to Luton Tumble.
We need to see that. We're the guards here. And as they look over it, they're like whispering back and forth to each other, and it's like, how do we know that this was an official stamp?
Is there like an obvious doorway like behind them?
You can talk to Oberon, who you, again, this is your first time seeing, and they do have this very official looking document in their hands.
Do you work here?
Yes, I do. Apologies for the guards.
Well,
Once
that's
again,
fine.
they tend to be overprotective, which I mean, I understand. They are very, very good at their jobs. A round of applause for you, Loon Tumble. Good job for protecting us. But I'm sure that these fine folk are here for a reason. But I
Yeah,
have
we
that
have-
document to prove it.
We have a meeting.
A very important meeting.
Yes.
So if we could just, go in.
That'd be great.
Well, Oberon, you were sent here to escort these people in, so...
Yes, I was, and I will begin directing them to the door. Well done, you two. Next time, just, maybe start believing people more.
Is he being patronizing to us? I think he's being patronizing to us. And they kind of whisper back and forth, overcome with this, but, seems
Hey, y'all still got a bongo concert coming your way.
They can't be distracted! We told you!
Oh, wait,
Cecil.
you have
Yeah.
bongos?
Cecil, I think that you should play your bongos on our way out. Even if they don't want it.
You got it. Yeah, I got bongos. They're right here. I was kind of raise them up above my head.
He's
He's pretty
really
good.
good. He's
Ah.
really good.
I'm practicing. It's a
You've come a long way.
thanks. That really means a lot, Avi.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound wonderful, if I may add. I always love when someone comes in and they play an instrument.
So who are you?
Oh, yes, apologies. Forgive me for skipping the formalities. My name is Oberon Kelmeyer. I'm an anthropologist for the Order of Fate's design.
Oh,
Esteemed, if I may add.
that sounds Fey-like. What's that all about?
Is he always like this?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well.
It's best to just, smile and nod. What?
Yes, it is Fey. It is quite Fey indeed.
All right. Now you sounded condescending, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, listen, when most of my job is learning how to study individuals, you pick up a few things.
Yeah?
Yes.
Interesting.
Anyway, welcome. I am glad you all made it here safely.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I deeply apologize for the holdup at the door.
Oh no, they were wonderful. He seemed like a scholarly type.
Well, yes, part
Yeah.
of my
And
yes.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's nothing against you. It's just maybe a small running theory that I've got. Say you go to a new restaurant, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a vast menu. What are you gonna order?
Ooh.
You never been to this restaurant before.
Well, I mean, if they offer it, I would get a special that they would have for the day, unless that's not available.
And if it weren't available, what would you get?
Well, I could never go wrong with a lovely assortment of meats, maybe some vegetables.
All right,
Just very basic. I'm not a hard person to satisfy.
sure. All right. There's my theory out the window.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for that one too.
Well, I mean, I might as well throw a question back. Well, we have our friend, it was Cecil, right?
That's me.
Well, we have a friend Cecil who's good at the bongos, but I mean, if you ever had a musical talent of some sort, what would it be?
Bongos.
Well, yes, obviously, it would be bongos for you, but
I couldn't even imagine being so talented at musical instruments. That's
Wait a minute. Also, Cecil's having some flashbacks to last evening as a result of the dinner they had, so he's a little zoned out at the moment.
uh-oh.
I start waving my hands in front of his face. Friend, are you there?
I'm good. Sorry.
I mean, I don't think I could choose. I mean, if I had the ability to play an instrument, I don't think I'd want to limit myself to just one. I think I'd, broaden
Wanna
my
experiment?
horizons.
Like the left bongo and the right bongo.
You're so right, Cecil.
Cecil's beaming.
So, as you are having this conversation, as Oberon is leading you into the mausoleum down, there's no crypts, no sort of sarcophagi or anything like that. It leads down into a empty room with a runic circle that glows faintly on the ground. It reminds you of a teleportation circle. Oberon, you know that this will take you back to the sanctuary.
All right, well, I'm actually surprised I left that open. Excuse me. Well, if we just step this way, I will take you to the sanctuary.
Where exactly is it?
Oberon, you would know that the sanctuary exists in Vale de Voxa.
Oh, believe it says, Wildewitch, of course. Once again, I'm still rusty on some things, but I know this one leads to the place we know.
Is that a veil with a bunch of foxes in it?
No. Right.
What?
Remember the song?
No, it's
You remember the
not.
song?
The song.
The song that I kept hearing in my head?
Hey,
That's where it came from.
got it. Okay. Yeah, there weren't any foxes there at all. At least from what I
No.
saw.
Unless it's a song about foxes, and I highly doubt it. From
You know,
what was explained to me.
I remember there being a song about what foxes say a lot.
I do know that one.
Oh, you know that one?
Yeah. You should have told me you liked it. I would have played it more often.
I didn't say I like it.
Oh, alright. to play for my sister. It's over and over.
Uh,
Fox song. No.
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Should we go?
Yeah. I think that would be
I've
best
had
for
my
everyone involved.
arms and in a bow for quite some time. Would you mind stepping through the portal?
Oh, well.
Whoa.
Sorry.
It's
Oh,
beginning
wow.
to
Take up your
hurt.
time. Don't want to take up your
It's
time.
beginning to hurt.
I don't know if you're doing it right then.
My arms are
That's
so
my
You need
shirt.
to-
tired.
Gotta
I've been doing this kind of stuff for one day and it hasn't hurt me yet.
really gotta stretch and limber up.
Yeah.
Stepping over the runic circle as it glows on the floor brings you through a portal. And where you emerge, you come into is this circular room with very intricate carved stone arches, each sort of converging at its center as they face inward. And between each arch is a portal. You see 7 portals all around here. If anyone would like to make a Arcana check. Avi, you recognize where some of these portals lead.
I'll just do it for giggles.
And get a nat 20, of course.
And get a nat 20.
Cecil and Bracken, you would notice, two that you immediately recognize as you step out of the one to Veil de Umbra. You see one that looks like Veil de Fera, is what Bracken would recognize. And, Cecil, you recognize Veil de Mortalis. You would also, for, that Avi notices, of course there's Veil de Umbra, Veil de Fera, Veil de Solera, Veil de Inferia, Veil de Mortalis, Veil de Progenar, and I believe the last one was Veil de Anatora. No, Exigora. That's part of Anatora. Yeah, so.
You can get just about anywhere from here.
You would also notice that there is people here. They are members of the Order of Fate's design, each kind of eyeing you, not quite with distrust, but very much with a wariness as they step into a portal leading to Veil de Inferia.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, what kind of place is this, Oberon?
Well, I don't know that much, but I know it's helped us get to many areas very quickly. Which is fairly obvious, and something that anyone could really perceive. I personally wish I knew more about it, but I was just told you can use any of these to get to any one of these select places. Once again, I was more of the hire that was left alone to, I guess, do my research and to
flutters down, crosses her arms. I understand that we were expecting guests, but you still have to report when people that are outside of the order come through a portal.
Yes, Cypher, I was about to report. Listen, you know me. Sometimes the most basic things slip my mind. I'm very oblivious to other things that would be considered normal, and you know that. And once again, I swear, I pinky promise, and I put out my pinky. I swear.
You better mean it. Pinky swears are forever.
That's pretty serious.
This
I
isn't
just look
just a thing from me. This comes from Decivara herself. This is a sanctuary. It's important.
Yes. Okay, the big boss lady herself. Okay. I understand. And trust me, I'm going to go through the proper channels. It is my bad that I forgot it this time. I will make sure it doesn't happen again. Once again. And I still have my pinky out.
I can't believe you make me do this every time. She'll take the pinky, shake it, and
More than one pinky swear?
and on this note, we did have a bit of a drop, so we're going to have our ads coming up here. We will see you guys very soon. Please stick around. They help us out a ton here. Be right back. Alrighty, we are back in action, and we are coming back as you have made it to the sanctuary, at least to the portal room, where you've met Scyther, the keeper of the portals, a sprite who seems to take no sort of mischief in her area, despite perhaps her fey nature.
Now, clarify for me just how many pinky swears have y'all made together?
I don't keep track of that. I just know that anytime it's a reminder of, hey, you need to do this, that Oberon will bring up a pinky swear. You know, other people have started doing that. I
I
don't
don't.
mind it. I just think it's perhaps a little juvenile.
No. Pinky swears are serious business, but you have to take them serious.
Well, I much prefer contracts rather than pinky swears.
I'm sure you do. Now, we do have a meeting to get to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Why'd you say it like that?
because, as I just told Oberon, you have to declare yourselves because you're not order members.
How do you know that?
Aren't we expected?
I know that people are coming through, but processes are here to protect people. And I know you're not order members because if so, I would already be aware of your faces.
Sure. You make a great point. I'm Avi.
I'm Cecil.
Bracken.
Right. Can I get your planes of origin?
Builda Mortalis.
Same.
Velda Mortalis.
Really?
Oh, wait. Yeah, yeah, I guess I can't say that. It's,
No.
yeah. Velda Farah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well then,
Thanks for letting me not lie on a government form, everyone.
Cecil looking at where his wings used to be.
Remember when he looked like a baby with wings?
Yeah. Cecily, I looks like a baby without wings.
Ansel and Renan will also give their names and planes of origin.
Which are?
Velda Mortalis and Velda Terra?
I don't know. Making notes.
Now you know.
I mean, this was things we already knew, but okay.
Hey, I don't know that.
So,
You don't know.
I will say that for the first time, I think for a lot of people, it is, but definitely for the first time for Cecil, Ron gives her first name, like her entire title, rather than just the diminutive Ron that you know her as. So, Ranak Saga Barad.
Cecil will look at Ron, and then look at Avi, and then look back at Ron. What the heck was that?
That's her name.
What?
It is something that I am moving away from.
Alright. Sorry, I just didn't know.
I do not speak it for, we travel with someone who does not carry well memories of that title.
Oh. Alright. Works for me.
So, with that, Cypher allows you all to pass through the portal area. From there, you can get to all sorts of areas. There's the main hall, the outer grounds, the expanse beyond that. There's dormitories, which Oberon you are familiar with from your brief stay here, as well as the library, the armory, and then you know of this place, Oberon, but you've never actually been there. There is Decivar's Respite. A respite. So.
And I'm assuming that's where the meeting is.
Probably not. The respite is, as you are aware, just a place for meditation for Decivara. Typically, she can be found wandering around the sanctuary. She's only there when she needs to step away from everything. Otherwise, you would have been aware that she has been missing for quite some time, but that, and she was missing when you came into your introduction to the order. So you've never seen her, but from what your superiors and mentors have told you, she's quite hands-on in what she believes in. She doesn't place herself above anyone.
Okay. I just kind of continue to chatter with everybody just because I think he is trying to, I guess, feel them out as to whether they are a danger or something like that. He trusts that they're okay, but he can't help but be a little cautious. He turns back. Oh, well, once again, welcome. It seems so every time I'm about to, go with the formalities, we keep being interrupted, and once again, apologies for that. But, this is always something I ask people, and they often are just like, Oberon, why are you asking that? What's your guiltiest pleasure? Because mine is definitely having a nice, cup of wine and, sitting with a book.
Oh, Oberon, why are you asking that?
Well,
Whoa, Oberon, liking to live a little there.
it's just something I know. It's just something I've always been curious about. Once again, I'm not a very fun person. I'm rather focused on my research and
Oh, great.
study.
Cecil.
What? It's cool. You don't. Not everybody has to be fun.
Well, I'm not the.
You know, every group needs a wet blanket or two.
Well, it's not that I'm not fun in that way. I mean,
Oh, so you do hang out. You are cool. What do you do?
Well, hang on. I'll answer the question first. I think my guiltiest pleasure is my mother's homemade pie.
I
oh,
like that answer.
I mean, I always love a good pie. That's rather. Would you mind telling me more about it?
It's made from a berry that my people cultivate. Real flaky crust, kind of like a jello setting for the whole fruit.
Mm.
Some fresh whipped cream on top, perhaps. That's about it.
That sounds lovely. It sounds really very lovely. Well, what I was going to say was, I'm not really, well, welcomed in the order. I'm the very low-ranking individual here, but I don't think they really understand what I do. In fact, I think they find it a little weird.
Reading books?
Well,
I don't
I-
think there are any small players.
well, I'm an anthropologist, so I study people, I study culture. I'm trying to write a research novel about what I find because there's very little about the world that surrounds us, and it's always fascinated me. You know, just often people of different cultures and races living together in harmony in one place. Like, don't you often find that fascinating?
I don't think I've ever really thought about it like that.
There is at this point a figure that you would notice approaching your group. Oberon, you recognize the figure approaching, another member of the order. But as he gets closer, you all see a very sort of almost fey, elven heritage. His skin is very reminiscent of bark and nature, mottled browns and greens upon it. He's tall, slender, eyes very amber, but he seems to have this sort of very sharp gaze and expression that catches things that might be trying to hide in the shadows. As he approaches, you can see his hair is tied away from his face, with what looks to be very simple leathers that are very reminiscent of vines. And Oberon and company. I am Lefriga.
Pleasure.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Who are you?
As I said, Lefriga.
I
don't
heard
think
that
you
part.
made your name, hun.
I oversee.
That is it. I'm sorry,
No?
sir. Apologies.
He
that
asked
is-
for my existence. Cecil, Darkholm. Yes, I know about you. And Bracken, Avi, and Oberon. I oversaw the operations of the Order of Fate's design in Wintervale. All across the Western
Oh.
Shield, really.
You were the one that was hunting us.
We had reason to believe you were ill actors at the time. Reasons that have since been turned down from on high.
Couldn't someone have asked?
There are operations and orders that we go through.
No, I feel like a simple interrogation would have cleared everything up way sooner. But I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. But
I
I mean, you
harbor,
can be.
I harbor no ill will towards any of you.
Oh, good. I'm glad you don't.
I cannot say whether or not you should or do, but I am alerting you of course, my own whereabouts, as we are, as I understand, to be allies.
yep. And now we are supposed to meet with Desivara.
Yes, I believe that you can find out where she is from. It is Orthandril, and he kind of seems to have a bit of an emotion there. Roll for me, if anyone wants to, an insight check.
On.
Damn, Oberon!
Oh, no.
Oberon, you have a little bit of insight here. You know that there is some rumors around between other order members that Lefriga and Blorthandril do not have the best interactions with each other. You easily pick up on the distaste there. Cecil, with a 16, you'd also notice that Lefriga does not seem to be a fan of Blorthandril.
We've met him. You're not a fan?
No, I think he's too pompous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
As orderly as I know myself to be, I am not above cutting loose every so now and then. Everything in its time and place. I don't believe he has such inclinations.
Doesn't strike me as the type.
Well, why don't I take you on a bit of a tour, since you are... you may not have it officially, but you will be given access to these of the sanctuary. And there are people here that are perhaps going to be helpful to you.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, why not?
As Lefriga begins to bring you all together. Now, Oberon, you should have a bit of knowledge on this already, but you are here, you're going to be working with these people, you might as well stick along for the tour.
Yes, which, the thing, I just, like, kind of try to straighten myself up, which, thank you for offering me this opportunity. It's an honor to get to represent the Order of Fate's design, maybe in a more positive light than in the past. And more blabbling things. And I'm sorry. I'm very excited, sir. Apologies.
You find yourselves, again, at the main hall. This circular chamber. There's a high vaulted ceiling, carved stone pillars, broad passageways. These connect to all the different areas of the sanctuary, except for the respite, which you can see glimpses of from the ceiling. There is this it's a area that drifts above, and damn, that's the thunder right there. Cool. I felt that. You see that emitting light throughout the main hall is this crystalline disc. It's a gray light, and as it turns, you see along the walls these tapestries underneath its light. There are pivotal moments that come from the history of Vale de Ferra, of the Order of Fate's design. You see some are long and smooth lines of long history. Others are interrupted calamities. And there are seating areas with small glowing pools of water and a hum of magical energy. The first place that Lefriga takes you is a outer grounds. You see the expanse of Vale de Voxa beyond the vibrant grasses and earthly gardens, and as he's showing it off, there are walls there, planes of energy, so to say, preventing you from falling off into Vale de Voxa. But if you are ever in need of any sort of contemplations, this is one of the many areas that you can find yourself privy to. You would also notice there is another figure here, seated amongst the grounds. That is Lefriga motions, not speaking loud enough to catch the attention of this figure. That is Lytharion. He would be who you would seek out if you need any sort of healer or perhaps spiritual guidance. He wanders between this area, the dormitories, or the library. As he leads you away, points down another area. Down that hole, you will find the armory. If you need anything for weaponry, quartermaster is Dornick. And then this way, and he points down, is the dormitory. You have rooms there. I'm sure you will be able to get a room yourselves. And then this way towards the library. And so he begins to bring you all towards the... it's expansive. It's multi-leveled. And you see not just... books, but scrolls and other sorts of manuscripts, everything that is depicted here, holding the history, and there are a few people here, and as he looks around, excuse me, one moment, let me see if I can find, and Lefriga approaches a nearby figure. You can see this mage, Sailor, friend. And the figure looks up. Hey, what's going on? You wouldn't happen to have seen Lord Thundrel around? He was here with Yasivara, perhaps on one of the higher levels? Thank you. And then he'll return to you all. She should be up on the higher levels, with Lord Thundrel.
Well, thank you for the tour. It's beautiful here.
Yeah, a lot of good services offered as well.
Yes, well, do find yourselves comfortable. I'm sure we will be seeing more of each other. So, what do you do here?
The stairs easily located.
Oh yeah, it's very easy to find ways to get up to the next levels.
Well, we want to peruse a bit, or we want to get this meeting out of the way.
I'm good to start our meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, as you make your way up to the top of the areas, you would hear the voices of people talking. There are multiple people around, but you recognize the voices of Lorthondrel and Jessivara. And you're easily able to follow them to where they see you, and it is good that you have arrived. I hope that you have not been with any sort of troubles.
Only a little bit, but we're fine.
There are some that I recall with you that do not travel with you now. Are they part of those troubles?
Oh no, your guards.
Loot and Tumble are, they have doubted even my own identity at that point. I understand their frustration.
Well, we made it with or without them, so. Have you made any headway, any leads at all?
We perhaps should not converse this in an area such like this. We can take this to my respite. It's not a typical area for meeting, but I think would be more beneficial for the topics we are to discuss.
Got it.
And with this, she will lead you to lead you to her group from the library to the outer grounds and up to that energy wall that leads to the expanse. And as she touches it, mutters some words, and a rippling effect here and a stairwell appear leading up to the floating area you had seen in glimpses before. I do not believe all of you have the capability of flight like myself, so this will be an easier way to travel. The respite as you arrive is a very lovely space, and this is the first time any of you are seeing this, besides perhaps Decivara and maybe Lorthondrel. It's a floating island in gray skies, and a small gazebo is present here. The gazebo is the only thing that is present on this island, and is crafted of a very delicate gray stone with intricate engravings. Some celestial symbols, others natural sort of designs like ivy and flowers. It's calm. It is not that I am mistrustful of those in the order, but there are perhaps topics that will come up that are quite heavy on my heart and mind, and I wish not to sink into areas that could be damaging for our endeavor. But being here helps center me. So, we are to discuss the plans. I can answer questions, those of Valeros and Cariante. And Lord Angel will speak up. I have the most relevant informations of our investigations. So, where would you like to begin?
Well, we can't do anything unless we know exactly where she is. So how do we figure that out? Carry on.
I'm not sure where exactly she is currently, but we have tracked her previous efforts to Wildewitch. There are several leads still within that domain to be explored. She assembled the Feyheart within Volumianth. There are numerous informants that have indicated sightings of the angel or one of the officers. Of course, we were, at the time, believing this to be Valeros.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Yeah, I am keeping an eye out.
Very spooky.
Very spooky.
Valeris is a vampire, I guess.
He's an angel, and you guys already knew this.
Well, with that strike, it brings everything into question, fact.
Hopefully we don't have any sort of issues knocking on wood.
Rain like that. That's ridiculous.
So, come down to Savannah.
Come up, you mean?
No, down.
Over?
I guess. Under grandmother's house we go.
Savannah's in Georgia?
Yeah.
You know I get my peaches out in there.
Oh my god.
I don't know about you, but that's my shit.
That's my shit.
This stream brought to you by Peaches.
It's state fruit, so yeah. So yeah, so that's what Lorthandra will share on that.
Very cool.
Okay. Now, on the subject of Thaleros, he was trying to stop her? Or was he just what she needed to get the key to work?
It is.
Jesus.
Yeah. If it gets too rough, I'll keep you guys posted, but
It's like right outside your window.
it
yeah.
is.
That
Yeah.
Storm's gonna
It'll
come ask for a
get
cup
you.
of sugar.
Yeah. It'll be,
Storm is like, I must see your manager.
look, is it
Storms coming from inside the house.
the storm's inside the house?
Mm. I guess Lachlan's raids aren't going that good.
Plot twist, it's all Lachlan. So, it is, complicated. Valeros. He was our mentor, and someone who was brilliant. I think he believed in what she was hoping to achieve, a way to stop the strange race, the Shadow Void Scourge. But when he discovered what her plan was, how far she was willing to take it, it was not something that he could stand by. I knew for certain on his death that I could not stop her, which is why I made myself appear to you, Soleros, to draw you closer to myself.
I see. Do you think he was misled in any way? Maybe she flipped the truth or some omission until it was too late.
Perhaps. But Carianthe is a genius in her own right. She just has fallen on a side that has taken her in a direction that I would not follow.
All right, well, let's say we find her. Say we get to her. What if she's already got a salvation key built? What do we do? How do we stop her?
Difficult to kill an entity of divine power, such as a virtue or a god. But it has been done before. Most everyone in the Belinaran pantheon is not the same deity that began the Titans. If a salvation key has been made, you must do what you can to stop Carianthe even if it is a battle, war. You have the Order of Fate's design, our weapons, our armor, our men to assist in that fight. She is no mortal, but she is messing with powers that are beyond what she should.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say asking her this time's probably not gonna work.
What sort of resources do we know that she has? Do we even have enough to oppose her?
Lord Control speaks up. And we do not know exactly what resources she has at present. We know of what she had been doing in Lumiath. She had been in contact with arcane material suppliers. There are ritual specialists as well, and an engineer's guild. These are the people she was in contact with when crafting the Feyhold, the next one.
Okay.
Decibora, we do not know the forces that are behind Oriante. But I have faith in those that seek balance. Corianthe wishes to defy fate. I wish to keep it in place. And I do what I can to ensure that. And it at times can seem opposed, stagnant to growth and development, but there is an order to the world that has worked. Disrupting it can bring about great ruin, can snuff out brilliance. If you, in your alliance with me, find yourselves in need, I will do what I can in my power to even the playing field, to help keep fate balanced.
Say you have fighting men, right?
Yes. I've been told of some field agents that you have run into.
Hmm.
Since.
Sure.
And then, of course, there are others that are out on different missions. But there are people within our organization who are trained in a multitude of fighting styles.
Well, is our next stop Valdefera then?
If you are wishing to leave, but you are welcome to acquaint yourselves. This sanctuary is open to you for the time being during your travels and your pursuits of Cariante. If you would like to familiarize yourself with it and the people here that are able to assist and be of aid, you may do so as well.
I don't think there's any harm in just getting comfortable for a little bit.
Yeah, not thinking to rush off, but just trying to plan next steps.
Next step, I think, would be beneficial to Hlumi, Lord Vandril says. It is where our most immediate information of Cariante is. As I said, we were following her endeavors, as well as your own.
Well then.
And we'll retain the right to come and go here as we please.
Yeah.
For the time being, if there is beyond this moment of an alliance where you seek refuge, that can be discussed. But as of current circumstances in our fight against Cariante and the Salvation Key, you have a free reign of travel and of sanctuary.
Understood. Y'all have any more questions?
I don't think I do.
None here.
Oberon, you probably have a ton of questions.
You like books and stuff.
I don't know how much of this you are aware of.
Oberon has mouth agape. I was just here because they allowed me to study shit. What the fuck is this? Apparently, I've been out of the loop about a lot of things.
Lorthandril turns and looks to you, Oberon. If I am unmistaken, you are a recent initiate. You've been with one of the areas so far, but have not really been climbing the ladders, so to say, yes?
Yes,
And
I was hired. I was just hired as an anthropologist. I wasn't really wanting to climb the ladder, so to speak.
then it is unsurprising that you are unaware of some of the more darker ongoings.
You're to say we're supposed to work with this guy?
I believe it would be beneficial to have someone of our order alongside you, but I can see about perhaps assigning you another agent in addition when you travel to Lumia.
I mean, it's fine. Do you really think we need to be babysat?
I don't think it's a bad thing, Cecil. I think as many hands as we can get would help us.
Well, yeah, I can see that. Mr. Anthropologist, what, do you know about Valdefera, or what do you have to offer here? How can we best use your skills?
Well,
I'm gonna take that as a no.
well, okay, that's fine.
What?
Nothing.
I'm just asking what you have to offer.
Well, I I was taught in the ways of druids, so I guess I could provide something.
Oh, that's cool.
My adopted mother was a sorceress, and she taught me how to use some sorcery. But the most I can offer you right now is me being adequate in combat.
Yeah, adequate checks a box, yeah?
You read a book about that?
Man, this guy is really pushing my buttons. But I think some other affairs that I think would be best if I talk to you privately about. Lathandra knows most of it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, sure, we can get into all that, as time comes.
Later.
I just wanted to make sure that I anticipate this being more of a rough and tumble type, encounter or journey. Just want to make sure you're okay to handle yourself. It sounds like you are.
No, I am. I just.
Well, good. I'll take your word for it, and we'll see it when we see it.
Oberon just kind of hangs his head a little.
Well, I think if we're done with this conversation, I might just go wander for a while. Get familiar with the place.
Yeah, we can take a look around.
I do recommend taking a stop at the dormitories if you are planning at any point staying here. That way you can familiarize yourself with the area.
Got it. First stop.
Thumbs up from Cecil.
Yeah.
And I just chime in. The dormitories are quite nice. I've been here once again. It you know what? Might as well just see them first.
Maybe later on we can find a place to sit up and you can play your bongos for everyone, Cecil.
Oh.
As
Wait a minute.
you are having these conversations, you're able to descend the stairwell that was created by Jesse Barra. It's still there. Brings you back to the uh, outer grounds. And as you return, we do have our next ad break coming up here. So, please hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our story. Before we head out, I do just ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. You can directly support us at Ko-fi, link that's on screen and in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, stick around with us, and we'll see you guys here very soon. All right, hey everyone, welcome back. As we are coming back to our session, you guys had met with Lorthandrel, you met with Desivara, you had made some new acquaintances in the Order of Fate's design, such as Oberon and Lefriga. And as you are coming back down to the outer grounds, the figure that you had seen here before, Lithariel is no longer present, but you've been told that he wanders about. But you have the Sanctuary of Fate here that you can explore and familiarize yourself with as you are allowed use of its amenities while you are sort of allied with Desivara in the fight against Cariante's attempts of recreating a salvation key and utilizing it. So, what do you wish to do?
So we should check out the dormitories first. We'll just get that out of the way, because that sounds pretty boring. Well, it's just a, bunch of beds.
Yeah, that's a good vote. Let's take a look.
Alright. So, heading to the dormitories. Here are my notes. So the dormitories you find in this section of the sanctuary is almost never ending. It seems that there's enough space for everyone as it progresses. There's a small area in the front end where you see a hospital station has been set up, and there are enchanted lanterns providing very soothing light. There are windows that provide more of that starry expanse, the Velda Voxa viewpoint, and it seems that you see in the hospital area, sort of tending to it, that figure, Lithariel. This close, you can see that he is of some elven heritage, and does seem to kind of be sucked into his work, even though it does seem very sort of simple.
Have we been getting any, like, dirty looks since we've been walking through here from people passing us by?
Not really dirty looks. There was definitely the looks from the figures. They were, like, almost very wary, not quite fully distrustful, but those agents left in a portal to Velda Inferia. Most people, if they're looking at you, seem, again, maybe a little cautious, but definitely don't seem to have a sort of grudge, so to say. At least if they do, they're hiding it very well.
Does the hospital area look used?
Not currently. Currently you only see Lithariel there.
Kind of weird seeing this area from the other side. I don't know how many we've probably put through here.
Well, it's a different time.
They came for us.
They did.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Well, Oberon, you've kind of talked up the dormitories. You want to show us around? Show us what's so special about them?
Oh, yeah, yes, absolutely. Right this way.
There are multiple levels to the dormitory hallway, but each room seems to be of its own sort of. It's spacious in each room, and there are plentiful of ones there. You see more of those soothing lights, the lanterns, more of the windows that give the Vale of Oxen expanse. And the beds are plush, comfortable. There's fine linens, and the smell of you. It's Flora and Avi, Bracken, Cecil. It's familiar. It reminds you of when you were in Vale of Farah. The sort of night blossoms of Atravenza sort of carried the similar scent. There is, every so often, large communal areas that have cozy seatings and fireplaces, tables that connect to kitchen areas where you can create food, ready it. There are different spatterings of this, and you see some of them in use. There are people of the Order of Fate's design. You would also notice that with each room, if it is seemingly occupied, a plaque appears on it, and there are some interspersed amongst the others that do not seem to have that. Oberon, it would have been explained to you, and you can explain it to the others, that it is a sort of magical sort of attunement of the sanctuary to those that seek its harbor. So it would know if a room is occupied by your presence being here. Perhaps part of why Skyfire is very strict on the declaration of people coming in through the portals.
Got you. I think he just starts bullshitting things. It's like, this is where we had the great rolling of dice as of 2 weeks ago. It was quite an event, if I may be honest. Very, very entertaining.
Got a lot of friends?
He freezes up a little. Yes. We'll just say yes, and we'll call it a day.
Alright. I would like to insight, though.
Okay.
Well,
Oh wait, no, not crap.
Chill. So many
Yeah.
friends. Good for you.
Yeah, he doesn't have any.
I'm aware.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Good for you.
thank you. He just kind of tilts his head and goes about talking about random events. Oh, well, speaking of, where's my familiar? He like whistles and like a owl comes up and like sits on his shoulder. This is Emilios. he's quite a strange owl. You can see this owl looks like it's seen some stuff.
Yep.
It has very uneven eyes. Is like one of them is like fully open and like fully dilated. The other is like half. It's like twitching and like the pupil is like tiny.
Oh,
It's very mangy.
he's charming.
What's up with your bird?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make just a flat charisma check. Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm sure it's very nice.
It looks sick. What's wrong with it?
It's
Oh.
Why does it look like an owl bear with none of the bear?
Wouldn't that just be an owl, Bracken?
Yeah, but you know, they have a little bit more like definition about them. And this one has that definition without any of the body shape.
You know, I have
Listen.
something like that.
Listen, he was an owl that I found while traveling. He was quite beaten up.
What?
He and I both were kindred spirits, let's just say, and he's been with me ever since I found him.
Well, that's nice.
Back to what you just said, Avi.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Oh, I have a dog.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Where?
you have a dog.
Oh, yeah, he's always around. He's just,
It's just
spooky.
Can I make an insight check? Is Avi okay?
I think Oberon
eight.
understands so
I'll be
much.
fine.
Alright.
Well-
Good enough for Cecil.
Well, is your dog nearby?
Yeah, right behind me.
Cecil looks behind Avi.
Oh, yes.
I don't
Would
see
you
anything.
mind- Would you mind providing maybe a visual for him? Is he...
Oh, no, he doesn't come out unless he's needed.
What?
Well, I called him to attack a tree, and he just looked at me like I was crazy.
Avi, if you want to get a pet, you don't need to do this whole song and dance. We can get a dog.
Ron, they don't believe me about Arcturus. I don't know what to do.
No,
Well,
hang
I
on.
believe you.
I didn't say I didn't believe you.
Cadric saw him.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cadrip
Cadrip?
showed, he's my boy. Cadrip showed me the tree that y'all practice fighting on, and I called Arcturus just to see,
And what happened?
He came out and he looked at me like I was crazy, and then he walked over to the tree and sat down, and then he was gone again.
So he just comes and goes, but he's always here.
Yeah, he's always around.
How long has he been around?
Since I woke up yesterday.
Okay, so I know that we had dinner last night, and you may or may not be aware, but it had an effect on me. Has it had an effect on you?
What do you mean?
I didn't feel well last night.
Your tummy hurt?
Yes?
I'm sorry.
You're not the
Oh.
only one.
My tummy don't hurt. I'm good.
Okay. Okay, if you say so, Avi, I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
I-
Some tells me you don't believe me and that you're just trying to humor me, but just wait.
Oh. For what?
Just wait.
Well, now I'm a little scared.
It
Get
should
back to
be.
this weird owl.
Listen, I know
It's
he.
like grandma the thing.
Listen, I know he's very weird looking, but he's a very reliable pet. I've done many things with him by my side, and he's one reliable companion, and definitely one when you need it. Listen, I know I really haven't proved much of myself, but I hope you guys will take me on. I know I froze up back there, but there are things that I don't want to say in front of higher leadership here.
Well,
It's
you've kind of been assigned to us, so I'm. I mean, I'm not about to tell Desi Varn no.
Yeah, I'm not sure we could even do that.
Oh, what am I gonna say? No, we don't like this one. We want another book nerd.
Send them back.
ow.
You're
No,
fine.
you're fine. Yeah, sorry. We make jokes sometimes.
A lot of times.
I understand. It's just ow.
All right. No jokes.
I'm
for
sorry.
Rick.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
it's
no,
no
no, no.
jokes.
I'm fine with jokes.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Mm-mm. That sounds like bad karma.
Well,
We'll
if
just
it,
never joke about you again.
Not one.
no, that's whatever.
Never ever.
Whatever.
Not-
I'm not making my case any better at this point.
No more jokes for Oberon.
Or
I
that
don't
weird
mind.
owl.
What's
See,
the
I'm
owl's
fine
name?
with you making fun of the owl.
His name's
I don't care.
Emilios.
You
Oh, right,
I
my bad.
was making fun of your pet.
He and I, well, he and I have shared some jokes to one another.
Oh, that's nice.
Like knock knock jokes or like
No, we do make
the
fun
owl
of each
makes
other's
fun of you.
faults. I'm the one that can talk to him, so yes.
Oh, nobody else can talk to him?
I'm a druid. I can speak with animals.
How do you know I can't?
Oh, there you go. Ooh,
Well,
gotcha
because
there.
you have an imaginary pet, I assume you
Ooh,
can.
wow. Hey, Bracken backs up on that one.
It's not imaginary, Ron will say.
Yeah, it's right there.
Thank you, Ron.
Perhaps, since we are acquainted with the dormitories, we continue on with other explorations until it is time to rest.
Yes. I would like that. But
Does
also,
the owl just hang out here then?
well, I don't know where he was. Emilios, where were you? And Emilios, he opens up his mouth like a little wider than it should and just like barfs out like a yarn ball. But like just it's very, very small. Oh. Yo.
Well, my dog don't do that. So,
He was pelting again. Apologies. Oberon, not in front of guests, please. And like the owl like twitches a little, like the eye like
I think-
unblinkingly.
I think I'm gonna go that way. Just gonna wander. Yeah?
Yeah, isn't there an armory to find, or are we gonna take us
Oh,
go
yeah, you
further
want-
in?
You wanna see if they've got people like training?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, see what we got on our side here.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
why- Could be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get a few things fixed up there. Let me grab them real quick.
Sure.
Just come back and it's like a huge pile of like some armor.
Taking the pathway that Lefrika had pointed out to you before, it leads to a stairwell that brings you beneath the main portion of the main hall of the island. There in the armory is a plethora of, what you might need when it comes to arming forces. There is a training grounds here, replete with dummies and a small obstacle course. There are all sorts of weapon racks and armor stands. There is a forge that you can see, and you hear that there is the rhythmic clang of a hammer coming from that direction. You know, Oberon, that would be from Dornick, the Order's quartermaster and main crafter. A very skilled dwarf, known for handiwork and knowledge of enchanting.
Oh, and you all will get to meet Dormick. He's very good at what he does. In fact, if you guys need anything fixed, I'd be happy to acquire it from you, and he can fix it.
No, that's fine.
I think I'm in pretty good working order. Cecil just gives a little tap on his little armor set.
We're all good right here, but appreciate it.
Well,
I like your armor, Cecil. Makes you look strong.
Thanks, Avi.
Mm-hmm.
So maneuverable too.
I believe it.
Limber, as one would say.
Cecil does a little wiggle.
Should go see if anybody's training.
Yeah, there's an obstacle course. I would like to run it just for
I
fun.
would like to watch. Actually, you know what? I'll try to.
Okay.
Right. So, we'll settle it this way for anyone going to the obstacle course. There will be a set DC for your athletics check to successfully maneuver your way through the obstacle course. But we'll also, while you are making this roll, have it be contested if you would like to race against each other for anyone who is going through it.
I don't know about a race.
Cecil's racing the clock then.
I do not know. I think I could beat you, Cecil.
Is that right?
I mean, I was a commander back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's-
you are.
Can you do acrobatics on this?
I'll say yeah, actually. I'll say you could use acrobatics.
I'll play along.
Oh,
I'll get in
yeah.
on this.
I had to think about it, but I'd say so.
How about a bongo check?
No bongo checks. Not allowed.
Not till later.
Oh, my bad.
So,
I think Oberon might secretly sneak in and try and go for it.
hard to sort of secret sneak in since it's an open course, but yeah, sure. We accept all of it. So, athletics or acrobatics here. And like I said, there will be a set DC to cover the entire obstacle course, but then against each other, we'll see who might win. So, as you all take to the obstacle course, amongst yourselves, sort of readying a anticipation in the air, a bit of a challenge placed upon the board. You set off. You run over hurdles, under dips, there's rock jumping, rope swinging, all sorts of, just preparations. And you all do fairly well. There's no one who does not complete the obstacle course that is participating. Ansel is just kind of watching over all of this. Ron will win. She gets a 26 on her check. Avi comes in right behind her, and she'll kind of scoop Avi up in a bit of a hug, lifting her off the ground with a twirl. Well, yeah, she's proud. Cecil, and then quick behind Cecil is Bracken, and then Oberon coming up the rear. But you all make it through.
Oh, what bad.
Yeah, that was fine.
Everybody did so great.
It is perhaps definitely for a training rather than anything on the field, but good.
The sweat didn't do good in the training. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm all good.
You sure?
You did fine.
Are
Sorry.
you sure you're good in combat with that kind of stamina?
Yes, I am. I'm not good at the.
You look like you're about to fall
Tumbling.
over.
I was doing some tumbling, trying to fancy feet my way through this, which is probably not the best idea. No, I swear, I
I go sit with Ansel.
Alright. Ansel kind of looks up from where he was in his book. Sorry, was I needed?
No, you're fine.
Alright.
What you reading?
Oh, nothing, more than, what we've been sort of, familiarizing ourselves with since meeting up with Zephyriel, just, bits and pieces of theorem that might be able to help with schematics of not quite spells, but devices, magical arcane devices. I'm not quite familiar with the enchantment process there, but maybe if I... And he looks around, kind of taking... Maybe this figure who oversees everything, they seem to do quite good work with it. I could maybe ask him a few questions.
That sounds like a great idea. What do you think of our new friend?
I understand a bit, perhaps, of their struggle, their plight, as someone who is driven by knowledge myself, though I think perhaps maybe they have been a little starved of interactions that may have benefited them.
That makes sense.
I have good feelings about this again, but that doesn't mean we can't keep ourselves open to the possibility of nefarious actions.
Wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Exactly. What about you? How are you feeling about them?
You said my dog was imaginary, so not a great first impression.
The owl is a bit off-putting as well.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
What's up with that weird owl?
That thing's been through the ringer, my goodness. Looks like his head ain't screwed on quite right.
It's like it was put through on a sanitary tumble dry.
I'm sure he's fine though.
I mean, if it survived to this point, I must imagine he's taking somewhat care of it.
He's pretty sturdy.
It's a fighter.
That is a sturdy owl.
$1 million owl.
I feel like I'm gonna wake up one night and it's just gonna be in my face.
Gonna throw
With the
up on you.
unblinking eye, with just twitching a little, just
That is a terrifying prospect, and now that's in my mind, too.
You're welcome.
it's your new sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, honestly.
So, while Avi has kind of moved over to talk with Ansel, is Cecil, Bracken, Oberon, are you doing anything?
Cecil's kind of just perusing whatever armor and weapons racks they have, just to try and get an idea of their readiness level.
There are plentiful of weapons and armaments here. You see that the blades gleam with ethereal light. There are shields that bear protective runed engravings, suits of armor with a mirror-like polish upon them. As you're overlooking all of them, you hear a voice. And what are you? Some sort of judge? Looking over, you see the stocky dwarven figure, a hammer sort of placed down on the anvil.
What's the quality here? You know, I should have a pretty good judge of craftsmanship and...
Oh, it is, like, exceptional craftsmanship. Like,
Judge? Maybe not a judge, more of a admirer.
now you turn into flattery. Alright, okay. And the dwarf sort of comes out of the workshop forge area. So, admirer, who are you?
My name's Cecil. Sounds like we'll at least be joining forces, my group and the order.
Oh. Newcomers. Oh, welcome down to my area. And he kind of closes the distance and gives like a clap on your shoulder, like heavy arm. He smells of molten metal, a very sort of acrid scent. Name's Dornick. Any sort of things you need, armor, weapons, maybe a little, shipment from the, one of the other realms, you let me know.
Well, you know what you're making here.
Drugs?
You, Pipsqueak, what did you say?
What'd you call me?
Uh-oh.
You're smaller than me. Nimble. You're Pipsqueak. Nothing bad about it, but that's
Bracken will go for a tackle.
Go for it.
Bracken will full on just go for a full... Would that count as an unarmed attack, or do you want to make a grapple check on that?
This
or
will be
what?
grapple. Go ahead, roll athletics.
Nah.
So you hit him, but it's like hitting a brick wall. He does not budge. And in fact, as you try and take him down, he begins to give like this very jovial, like pork-bellied laugh. He'll be a good one for training.
I hope you know, if we're gonna be working together, eventually I'm gonna have some of your teeth and give them to our goblin friend. I don't take that. I'm in a bad mood between you and this fucked up owl. All right?
Whoa, 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 whoa! I start standing between him. Okay, let's just think through
Don't.
this. Y'all are newcomers. I really would like to not have you guys thrown out, nor myself.
No, he's good. He's got a nice bit of fire in him. I'd like to see that down here a bit more often. Everyone's so uptight. I like you, kid. I like your spark.
Yeah, that makes one of us.
He turns back to Cecil. So, what about you? You need anything out of anywhere?
Well, are these just conventional weapons you're making, or are they of the
Oh.
magic sort?
No, not just conventional. Everything's a work of art down here. Of course, you got the excellent craftsmanship as a base, but after that, it's open to all sorts of possibilities. I'm a bit of an enchanter myself, though whatever I can't do, I usually get Zaylor down here to help me with. So,
Alright, well, I'm not sure I have any specific needs, but are there anything you're particularly proud of that you're excited to see put to use?
I'm in the middle of working on my next great project, but if you want, I see that you're a nice connoisseur. You got a good eye on you. Come down here next time you visit by and I'll have something ready for you to look at.
Alright, well, I'll remember.
So, as you meet Dornick, as you see the armory and the training grounds that are beneath the main hall, where would you like to go next?
Bracken, was there anything you wanted to say?
Nah, we're good. I'm still a little heated about that dummy in the forge.
I'm sure he means no harm.
Oh, we'll see. I'll show him off.
Did I hear you saying something about taking his teeth and giving them to Cadrin?
Yeah, you know how Cattery likes teeth.
I think you've misread that situation.
What are you talking about? Half those teeth aren't even Cattery's. Let's be real about the whole situation.
I'm aware that's
It's so
because
cool. He'll like more.
people would. It's not that he collects teeth. People used to take his teeth.
Right. and
Not-
now
not
we're
even
taking
take him, he
teeth
would
for him.
give
He's our
them.
friend.
No,
He would be so pumped to get someone else's teeth.
I
As a
don't
gift.
think. I don't think that. No.
All right, we'll agree to disagree on that one.
All right. We're. Just to be clear, we're not gifting Cadrin teeth.
Yeah. If that guy keeps acting the way he's doing, I just might. But for now, we're not.
What, you gonna make him a necklace?
Maybe. Arts and
Uh,
crafts ain't that good, but I could try.
And he just stopped giving you ideas.
Well, could I show you the library?
We've seen it.
Well,
Is there something special about it that you want to show us?
Yes.
Okay. Can my imaginary dog come?
Yes.
Is your weird owl coming?
Yes. He comes everywhere with me.
I'm not a fan of that change of information, but all right, cool.
You just see the eye twitching a little on the owl.
You can twitch its eye at me all at once. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not a fan of it.
You'll change your mind about that soon.
I beg to differ, but all right. Let's go to the library and see what you got going on.
Returning to the library again, multi-levels, all sorts of bowls, books, scrolls, tapestries, manuscripts. You would notice that Lefriga is still here, speaking with the figure that he had spoken to before, who you had overheard, called Zaylor, BG3 on the mind.
I put that service.
But yeah, you've got all sorts of readings here available to you. There are plush chairs, small nooks, writing desks. It is lovely here. There's even a large center circular table with a map of Velinara.
So Oberon kind of walks around there, and like there's, I think because he would be in the library for so long, like so many times, there might be like one specific desk that he might frequent more than the others. It's more like hidden away from the main entrance and stuff like that, but he takes you there and it's like, well, this is where I frequent whenever I am not required. It's
Bless you.
and bless you.
Books make me sneeze.
Yeah,
He's
they tend
shockingly
to do
allergic
that.
to books. You know, one time, he
Still gets
knocked
nervous.
over a whole section of bookshelves in a library.
You know something different.
I know.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's pretending to be Cecil's lover.
Well, all right, we're getting into specifics now.
Oh,
It was for a
Did
thing,
that-
I assure you.
That
Oh.
was what started the fire, no?
No,
What fire?
Cecil started. It was a different circumstance.
What fire?
But there was a fire. Cecil started a fire.
What
It was
fire?
a distraction.
What fire?
you could say you didn't start the fire.
What fire?
Cecil takes a half step closer to Bracken.
Don't make this weird, man.
Well, I wanted to, I guess, show what I do as a way to prove that I'm good. I know I was assigned to you and you're stuck with me. I know that, but yeah.
A desk shows us that you're good.
Well, it's about what I'm looking for.
What are you looking
Okay.
for?
Well, a long time ago, I lost someone that I was in frequent contact with. We grew up together, in fact, and I raised them.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time we spoke, there have been things that I've regretted saying for years. And I've wanted to look for them to apologize, to make things up.
I can respect that, I guess.
They just... Every time I keep finding them, I keep losing the trail, and... I wanted to see if you possibly knew anything about them.
Well, who are they?
Let me grab something. He reaches into a part of the desk and pulls out a drawing. It is a very pale-skinned, feminine-looking person. They have gray hair. They have gray veins kind of across their body, a changeling. The last I knew of them, their name was Xander.
Nah, we never see him.
Bracken.
What? I gotta sell buddy out like that.
Wait, you know?
No. I think we need a huddle.
Okay.
Alright, bend on down here, Albie. Bend on down here to us. And I'll bend on down a little bit to Bracken.
How dare you?
Just a little squat.
How dare you? Alright. What are we huddling about?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to give Xander up if they're going to be in danger.
Yeah, I think we just need to assess the situation more and tell them later.
I
Right
feel
now-
like the owl might do something bad to Xander.
I feel like the owl's gonna do bad to everybody, and we need to kill that owl as quickly as possible. But that's me personally. We can workshop that and figure that out as a group later. Right now, I think that it would be best to hold our cards to our chest, especially when it comes to our friend Xander, and we don't want to give anything away.
So we don't know Xander.
I would think that's fair.
All right.
I would do the same for you guys, and I hope you would do the same for me if anyone came asking for
But
me.
hey, if anybody asks for you, I've never seen you in my life.
Damn straight.
I hate that guy.
No, that's even worse.
Oh wait, my bad. That indicates that I know him. Hang on.
All right,
I
great.
feel like because you have had people that have known Bracken in the past show up that he's precedented.
All right.
I
Good
hate
huddle.
that
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Nope, wrong answer.
Good huddle. Hands in.
Yeah.
That's it.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, break.
Kill the owl.
Meanwhile, during this huddle, Ansel's just over by Oberon. It's like, so do you like jazz?
Oh, yes. Well, I've actually heard of things. Humans, in a mortal world, there is this thing called jazz.
Yes.
And it's a very freestyled way of music. Of course, the people that are doing it have to be absolute professionals when it comes to that sort of thing.
Bees make jazz.
I love that it's like Oberon, mortals, humans, on Veil of Mortalis, and Ansel is a human from Veil of
Yeah.
Mortalis.
Once again, he's just
It's great.
oblivious to everything.
No, I
and
absolutely
just-
love this.
It starts hyperfixate talking about weird ass things. Throws stuff all around the place. Like he's just like that. But yes, yes, I have heard of jazz. It is quite an interesting thing that I have yet to experience myself.
Well,
But Abby's just like looking at Ansel wide eyes, like, "What are you doing?"
What? Did I say something wrong?
no, I just didn't want you. they were having a conversation. I didn't want you feeling left out.
Bracken staring daggers at the owl.
The owl is just unblinkingly fire is starting to show up in the eyes like a little bit, and the weird faces are starting to happen because you're staring too much.
you start
kill
hearing
you, you
the
fucking chicken.
you start hearing like Latin chanting in the background.
Yes, I'm
Destroy
gonna
this owl.
this.
Hey, Oberon, what do you want with that person you're looking for?
Can I tell you all what happened and trust that you are not going to be angry with me?
I don't know why we would be angry, but yeah, go for it.
Well, back when they were in the orphanage, I witnessed them murder the headmaster. I was there and I witnessed it, and I wanted to help them. But
Help them kill a guy?
no,
Oh.
tell them that it was okay and that we could have escaped together, but there was a pink tiefling. She took Xander.
Yeah, I don't know anything about all that.
It was 1 second. He like scrolls through some of his notes. It's Sylvia.
Not ringing any bells.
He's gonna insight check this. You're sure?
Yep.
Something tells me that
You didn't have to roll that.
that was like a lot.
I would say so. Like, Avi's hard to read. She can't pick up on anything. Bracken definitely showing some signs of mischief, potential lying. That just might be his nature. He's been sort of kind of off the handle since you've met him. There's some shiftiness there.
Listen, I don't know
Yeah.
what I need to say to prove my point, but I need to talk to them.
All right,
I
cool. I'll
raised
keep an
them.
eye out.
Yeah, I hope you find him. Maybe we'll find them together. You never know. You're assigned to us, remember?
Look,
Yeah.
even if I did know something, which, I don't know if you could read that or not. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Oh, I need to know you better before I tell you any of my things, any of my business, all right?
I need to know they're okay and that I need to say that I'm sorry. That's all
Sure.
I need.
I'm
Well,
sure
I'm
they're
sure
fine.
they'll know eventually.
I'm sure they're fine and healing and doing much better than they were.
Before we continue this conversation further, we do have a quick ad break that'll be coming up here so we'll be right back to continue along, and as we are doing so, please just ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton, but we will see you guys here very soon. Alrighty, we are back, and you guys were in the library doing a few discussions here. You've met with Orthandrel, Desivara, been learning a bit of the Sanctuary of Fate. So, as we return, what do we see?
I think Oberon is feeling a little lost and heartbroken. He knows that something is up with the group, but he was hoping for answers.
So, Oberon, were you going to demonstrate something for us?
Oh?
I don't know, I
Um,
just thought you were going to demonstrate.
I thought
Yeah,
Cecil was gonna play his bongos.
Yeah.
We're going to get down right here?
In the library?
Oh, you're right. Maybe the library's not a great place.
The
What
Bonko's
about
like halfway out.
that little lookout place? We have a
Well,
little
what-
jam session over there.
To be fair, Oberon, is there a reason you brought us to the library, or?
well, it was really just to ask about Xander, but
I mean, I'm sure they'll turn up somewhere unexpected.
Emilius, you can go back. And he's gonna send Emilios back to like his nest. So, bongo playing?
Jam session.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm excited about this.
We haven't had a jam session in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a
It's
while.
usually just me all by myself.
Well, I don't want
We
to
don't
hold
want you. We don't mean to leave you playing with yourself, but
Well, you know, Lorcan said that he wanted to start a band, and the only one who seems interested is Cecil.
well, I don't play anything, so
Get your little tambourine, just have your little shimmy and tap along. That seems your speed.
I'd rather do nothing than be the tambourine man in the family band.
All right. Well,
That's
We
the
didn't offer then.
safest position in the family band.
would a triangle be better?
No,
Did you know there's a right way and a wrong way to play the triangle?
Yeah.
the wrong way is to play it at all.
I look back, I realize who I asked the question to, and then I turn over to Bracken and I go, "Did you know there's a wrong way and a right way to play a triangle?"
And then Bracken responds the wrong way is to play it all.
Cecil turns to Oberon and just gives
Oh,
Someone's gonna land here.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
expecting what?
Nothing.
Okay, cool.
Okay, here. What's the right way to play a triangle, Cecil?
You have to strike it at a 45-degree angle, because if you do a 90-degree angle or a 0-degree angle, you get two separate pitches. And the correct way to play is to hit at a 45-degree angle and get both pitches simultaneously.
Wow, Cecil, you're so smart.
That seems a little ridiculous that you have to strike it at 45 or 90 degrees. How do you even get it that high?
Oh, look, we're at the lookout.
I
My
know one
God.
triangle fact, I'm sorry.
It's a really good fact.
Still don't
No,
get
it
the whole
is.
temperature thing.
It's a very good one to know, especially for playing the triangle correctly.
I
Yeah,
believe it's pronounced triangle.
you know what? It's
You're out of
not your
band.
fault. It's not your fault, Cecil. Not everybody has, you know, the kind of humor that you do, but I really think that they'll turn a corner.
Translated properly.
Wait, what?
I said it's pronounced triangle, and it came up in the subtitles perfect.
We're gonna see if it'll do it again.
No, it did. There it is.
Oh
I'm
my
awesome
god.
at this.
What?
Triangular.
So, you do make it to the outer grounds. There's no one here currently, but you are welcome to take a seat upon the grasses and do a little jam session out.
Cecil proceeds to lay down a smooth yet funky beat.
Really, just
Would you like to roll a bongo check on that?
Nothing would make me happy. Natural 20.
I'm gonna follow along to Cecil's beat.
The smoothest and the funkiest Cecil has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very akin to jazz. Ansel leans over to Oberon. More classical renditions that have horns and other, brassier instruments.
Yes, which, if I remember correctly, some of them were called saxophones
That's
and
definitely one of them.
trumpets.
Yep. Really, you can do quite a lot. But yeah, it's a great jam session here. The two of you are playing off of each other, following the leads, and it's lovely. How long do you stay out in your jam session?
Oh, at least 30 minutes.
And I would say that you do get a bit of an audience. A few of the...
Hazel.
What?
People love your bongos.
Oh my god! Did they call in the cypress sprigs?
No.
Oh, this is the best it's ever gonna get. So too bad for them.
I'll go get it. Bracken runs off.
You have to take a teleportation portal.
Bracken will poke his head through that portal if he can and say, "Hey, yo, you two,
As-
come over here."
So you'd have to actually go through the portal and then out the mausoleum to find them. It's not a quick thing.
Gotcha. Bracken will do his best to get the cypress sprigs there.
I need a series of rolls. It's just gotta be 6 persuasion rolls here, right?
Firstly, you hear the call out of Zephyr as you pass through the portal. Uncaring, probably.
Yeah.
What do you mind of the sprites calling out your name, right?
Yeah.
Roll for me a persuasion check.
I've been rolling good all night.
Unfortunately, Loot and Tumble are quite adamant in the fact that they have to stay there and guard the entrance.
It's something's dangerous is happening on the other side.
We don't guard the other side, we guard this side.
Yeah, but they need everyone's help. Can I roll a deception check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just the giving up at that
I
point.
hate
Oh my-
this.
Well, all hands means people on that side of the portal, not our side.
Forget it. You're gonna be too late anyway. It's all gonna burn down, and Bracken will run back through.
Who are you?
Bracken's gone.
Yeah. As you enter in, Zephyr is right there, and she just doesn't look very happy with you.
Yeah, Bracken doesn't look very happy with her and just runs by.
You feel like the piercing gaze as you leave the portal room. But with that, yeah, you're
I
able to make
they
it
were
back.
being rude.
So, after a lovely performance, and yeah, you do have a few of the order members that stopped by, having heard some of the arrangement or followed a running bracken through the area. You're able to retire. If you want, you can take part in the dormitories. You can travel out, though that will mean having to deal with loot and tumble again. But this is where our session will come to its end. So thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you all in our next stream, but until then, head over to wildewitch.com. You can check us out there. Join us in our Discord if you'd like to jump into a game yourself, or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. Follow us here on Twitch for all of our live streams, or head over to YouTube to catch our VODs. But as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.